Hi guys, welcome to IT Andy, and today we are in the city of peace and the city of justice. We are in Den Haag, which is known as The Hague in English. We're starting from the Grote Marktstraat, which is the main shopping street. Let's have a look at the city. The Dutch shopping streets have been a sort of a revelation for me. They are all pedestrianized zones with endless stores for good shopping. This is the main pedestrian shopping zone. Right protruding from the Grote Mart is the passage, which is one of the nicer shopping malls which is enclosed. This seems like a popular store for sandwiches along lines. The passage has a touch of old world architecture and royalty to it. I tried the sandwiches here, the panini at Jungle Man. I think the line is worth it. It's very nice. This is the exterior of the mall passage that I showed you a while ago. Yeah, this has been here since 1882. It looks royal. From the Grote Markt, you have this street called the Vlamingstraat, which is a nice street for shopping. And this is the old town of Hague. And these narrow, charming lanes take you to different spots which are entertaining and even relaxing. It's a lively square here with some nice bars. Dutch cafes are a reflection of Dutch life. They're easygoing and liberal. They can ensnare you for hours. You can sit, relax, and enjoy the views. The architecture in Hague, resembles a bit of Amsterdam, and it's very nice. Hague is actually not the capital of Netherlands. It's the capital is Amsterdam, but the most of the government is actually situated in The Hague. I was thinking that it would be a small city with a political setup, but no, it's really good. This is a royal shopping street, and there is a beautiful church here. And there is a brewery here. It's called the Fiddler's Brewery. And then there's a casino here. The shopping in Netherlands is not just good. I think it's also a very aesthetic experience. I'm entering into a street called as Royal Shopping Street. Let's have a look. If you're a shopaholic, you can spend hours here. And even if you're not, you can actually enjoy the vibe of the place. As the name suggests, the Royal Shopping Streets have, I would say, higher end brands than the earlier street, which is the Grote Mart. And like anywhere else in Europe or in Netherlands, there's just not one street. There are many narrow streets which are delight for shoppers. This is another one. I've come to a big square here in the old town of Den Haag. Binnenhof is where the seat of the political government of Netherlands sits. And this is a viewing deck where you can climb and see the whole of Binnenhof which is actually a 800-year-old architecture. I'm on top of the viewing deck of Binnenhof, and you can actually get the panoramic view of Binnenhof, where the Dutch Parliament is, where the Prime Minister sits, and behind you can see the bureaucratic buildings and some corporate offices. It's a full panoramic view of Binnenhof and The Hague. This complex which I'm facing right now with the lake, that's the core Binnenhof. Been here for 800 years, constantly in use. It's undergoing renovation now. You know, the admiration for the Dutch golden age just increases when you get to know that these structures were built 800 years ago. It's quite mind-blowing. This is a street next to the Binnenhof complex. It's a beautiful tree-lined boulevard surrounded by a very old architecture. I'm at the famous Binnenhof herring stall. It's just in front of the Binnenhof, and it's been here for about almost 50 years. And their kibbeling, which is a fried fish, the Dutch version, is very nice. Yeah, you better watch out. You can buy a herringer here. Herringer is sort of a Dutch sashimi, not exactly a sashimi. Yeah, look at that majestic bird. It's the large white-head gull. Beautiful. There are delightful surprises at every corner. There's a very interesting shopping complex here. It is artistic, very elegant, and it has few shops and some very nice restaurants. And towards the end of this, there is a food hall. I've tried that in Amsterdam. It's a good place. This is a Two Chefs brewing company. It seems like a microbrewery. Elegant spot. I'm inside the food hall. Actually, Netherlands really knows how to make these food halls into creative and interesting spots. Very impressive. We're back at the same plaza, and it looks different and very nice in the nights. We are walking through this quiet residential lane. Yeah, the houses look very nice and well preserved. So this is the Smithswater Canal. Like any other Dutch city, The Hague also had a lot of canals, but later they were covered up. But there are still few places where you can find canals here in The Hague. I'm at the Lange Voorhout, which is considered to be one of the central avenues in The Hague, and this is one of the most stately and aristocratic streets. If you come here in the springtime, this is blooming with flowers and very beautiful. It's still beautiful, but it's winter time, so it's a different kind of a beauty. So this is a tree-lined boulevard which has a big pedestrian zone in the middle, and then there is roads on both sides for vehicles. It's stepping into the old Dutch era. Most of these buildings that you see are from 500 to 700 years old, and it's beautiful. This is the British Embassy. While walking, I noticed that a lot of buildings here are actually embassies. Yeah, we're in the heart of the Dutch polity here. End of the street is the famous The Andes Hotel, and in front of me is the Escher Museum. It's a beautiful stretch worth visiting, walking, sitting, and then there are a few cafes towards the end of the street. And The Hague also has a Chinatown. Straight ahead is the Chinatown, and you can see those Chinese style lamps, which I'm sure will be lit up in the night. And this is the Wagenstraat, which is the Chinatown. And there's an American bar here in the Chinatown. I think the relationships between the two countries are getting better. I'm just kidding. There is Asian street food. Momiji is a popular place for sushis here. I read it in some review. The Chinatown has a mixed character. There's a Afro-Indian mart. You also have a hot pot restaurant here in the Chinatown. And there's also a big department store called as the Bijenkorf. That's good for shopping. The Hague is a historic city which had a extremely rich past. I'm inside the Bijenkorf department store, and it's opulent, and this structure has been there for many years, and it's been a sort of a mecca for luxury shopping. The architecture of this building from outside is the old Dutch architecture, and the store has a very well displayed merchandise. One of the most interesting streets in The Hague is called as the Fred. Most of the stores that you see here are independent stores, and there are total about 200 stores in all, and the street is spread across 2 kilometers. The shopping on this street is very different from what you get on the high street. It's a bit off the beaten track and very nice. Yeah, this is one of the very famous cheese stores here at the Fred. This looks delightful. And they also have nuts and chocolates. Simon Levelt is a premium coffee maker here in The Hague. This is another cheese store here. Since 1978. This place, the Fred, is actually surprisingly very good. If you're in Hague, this must fit into your itinerary. About 10 minutes walk from the Fred, you'd come to a place which is known as the Scheveningen Harbor, which is a very beautiful spot to chill out, have a coffee, a meal or beer. Scheveningen Harbor has an array of restaurants, and the best thing is some of them are accessible and some of them are trendy. You can come out and relax and enjoy, sip a beer, enjoy the Dutch life. If you walk further from the harbor, you will reach the Scheveningen beach. It's a long promenade. There are a few restaurants up there. Signing off from Hague. Thanks for watching.